What's happening, people?
Yes! Yes!
We are here. It is 2021, and we are doing this review for the Wonder Woman 84.
Can I do something right quick?
What you got for the people? First one of the year. First one of the year. 2021. We're going to do it differently. 2021. We're going to do it differently. What?
Woo! We the best, goddamn! I like it. Fucking like it. I like it a lot. My hands don't. Ah, that hurt.
Hurt yourself every time. Do it all you want.
Woo! Ooh.
2021, people. Wonder Woman review. First superhero movie for the new year. Review for us. That is. Movie came out, Christmas Day and all that stuff. I know we're a little late, but
had to get my thoughts right. Had to get the thoughts right.
Man, what? Had to live life. Had a lot going on out there in the world, quarantine and all that good stuff. But let's talk about this movie, though, because there was a lot going on in that 2-hour and 30-minute Wonder Woman 1984. Man, what reviews, mixed feelings. I've seen it all. I've heard about it all. But with me, it felt overly done. It felt overdone. Like they gave Patty Jenkins too much authority. They gave her too much. That's just how you initial reaction after watching it.
Undersold, underperformed. Oh my god!
Which one?
It was it was oversold and underperformed.
There you go.
That's what it was. I'm sorry. I was like, I'm just sitting and watching like, all right, when is it going to take the next level? When is it going to take the next level? And I'm just like, it's not taking the next. I'm like, it just stuck. I'm like, all right, we're stuck, right? Like the opening scene, I was cool with the. I want to call it the race. I don't know what it was. The opening scene, and I was like, okay, I liked it. I didn't like the dialogue afterwards, but the actual scene, her jump on top of the horse, slow motion with the air. I was like, oh, this looks cool. I'm like, okay, I see what's happening here. And then I'm like, I was like, y'all forcing dialogue so y'all can make stuff better. Y'all forcing dialogue so y'all can say, oh, this is the Wonder Woman that's in the comics. I'm like, it just didn't feel organic. A lot of this movie didn't feel organic
at all.
Oh, it didn't feel organic at all.
Like
the jet scene. He's like, I was trying to figure out how my father did it. It just kept like, really? I was like,
that was the most inorganic flying I've ever seen in my life. Her flying, they should.
No, I'm not talking about the flying.
No, I'm talking about it because you were like, a lot of it didn't feel right. The way they had her fly, like she overthought it. It was like totally overthought. It was like, no, just let her like fly. Just let her fly. And then they try to incorporate the invisible jet, and I was like,
that's the part I was talking about. That was
terrible. I was like,
that was the most inorganic part of the whole thing. Like, it just came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere.
Like, she just knew how to start using it. I'm like, come on. So now she's just Zeus then. Yeah. She's just all of Zeus powers. I was like, no. She's all of Zeus powers and still didn't really know how to fly.
That's what was killing me.
I was like, this is the most.
They changed it in here in the movie so where it makes more sense where she's not made of clay. She's like half god, half Amazonian. If you're a half god, damn it, that makes sense that you know how to fly. But
they didn't even say that she's half god though. She just said that they made her. So it isn't like they made her from clay or Zeus came down and impregnated her mother. She just said she made her.
You're half god. I don't want to hear that. I know, technically, yeah. But no, you're half god.
And I didn't like the way they used the lasso. Before we...
I liked it.
All right, fine then. Let's get into your pros then. Let's get into your pros then.
I liked the lasso. That was it.
That's it?
No, I like Cheetah. Cheetah's character, they gave her just enough screen time to where I feel like they didn't overdo it like they did with Pedro Pascal's Maxwell Lord's character. Maxwell Lord's character got way too much screen time. He got way too much screen time.
This is the pros. This is the pros.
Okay.
The pros. What you like?
I liked the way they did Wonder Woman, the way they dressed her and everything. Because some on second ones they'll change the look of a superhero character on the second ones and they'll like overdo it. This one, I like the way she looked. I thought it was great. I like the theme of the '80s. Even though they went all the way in like everything of the '80s happened exactly in '84. And they threw it all in there in '84, and I was like
mid-'80s.
You know what? That's fine. I accept that.
90s didn't start till the Ninja Turtles got popping.
The character, I actually like the character development for Cheetah. I did actually like it, yo. And that's it. That's it. I like the story of it where they were trying to do with Maxwell Lord. I like what they were trying to do with it. It's just the execution was overly done for me. It was overly done for me. That's about all I liked. That was it. And the bright colors because it was the 80s. Love that. And yeah. But that was it. What you like? What are your pros?
My pros, number one was Cheetah. Like Dan, you said, I felt she was probably the best part of the entire movie. And Gal Gadot's in the movie. And we know how much I love Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
But I love Cheetah. I think everything, the way she slowly went from, the nerd and being overlooked to just gaining more confidence in her abilities after she made the wish.
She had her chest poked out.
With the swagger she came with it. Then she had the makeup going, like the whole look. I was like, it grabbed. That was the most organic part of the whole movie.
The whole movie. Yeah.
What else did I like?
Good character.
I like I wouldn't say the final fight scene because the movie didn't end on the final fight scene. But I did like the fight scene with Cheetah. I thought it could have been done better, but based on how all the other fight scenes in the movie went, this was much better. It was way better. What else did I like?
It's funny you said that too because I remember after the movie, after watching Wonder Woman 84, I posted on a couple of our social medias like a Wonder Woman fight scene from one of the animations, and I was like, if they do a third Wonder Woman, this is the kind of fighting I want to see.
They already confirmed it.
Her getting loose like they did in some of the animations because her fight scenes in here were limited. She's an Amazonian warrior. She knows how to throw hands.
I've been saying that. I've been preaching that for a while. But that's neither here nor there. This is with my pros. What else did I like?
This movie was like
Dan kind of took all my because
I didn't take anything. You could just reaffirm what I said. You can.
I like the way that Wonder Woman was dressed.
I can't help it was limited. I can't see. You can't help it either. We're going straight to the cons because he's about to BS. We're going straight to the cons. We're going. Well, what we didn't like? Okay, forget that. What I didn't like, that it was 2 hours and 30 minutes. This movie could have been easily 30 minutes of that movie could have been taken out. It could have knocked that back down. First of all, that first opening scene with the Amazons, that did not need to be there. Because next thing you know, you had another scene, another opening scene where her being Wonder Woman in '84. I felt like it was 2 opening scenes. No, the Amazons, it's like they put it in there just because it was the Amazons are a popular group of people.
They were popular in the first movie.
They were popular in the first one. So she couldn't figure out a way to incorporate them other than just put them in the beginning. And you technically didn't need them in the movie at all. That would have knocked out like damn near 10 minutes of the movie right there.
I think they did that just to get to that dialogue about the truth. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. Also, there were so many plot holes in this movie. I just stopped counting. I just was like, that doesn't make sense.
Hey, what plot holes?
That doesn't make sense. Her gliding on air, her throwing the lasso, her coming out of the blue with the like you said, her knowing how her father's turning the jet invisible. Like how you turn the jet invisible? Where you get that power from? Oh, the male character, I forgot his name.
Trevor.
Explain to me how she was walking around with him. Did everybody else see him as a guy whose body he inhabited?
Yes.
And
yes,
she
they
just
made that perfectly
and nobody
clear.
questioned that. I'm like, really? Like, she ain't been with a guy. She's never been with a guy ever before. But this guy.
All right, I'm going to stop you right there.
That was a plot hole. Like,
I'm going to stop you right there.
Like,
you know
what?
why? Because I've seen that happen to me several times. Like, girls always tell me, no, I don't want to be with nobody. All that wild stuff. And the next thing you know, they got a man. So, I crank that one. I'm not
and
even
she's with him all the time. And
yes,
she don't introduce
you know
him.
what that's called?
She
high
just
school.
Takes him to the
that
world.
was my high school.
But this ain't high school. This is a government job at a dang museum. She just walks in with him and everything with his fanny.
It's a government in a museum. Anybody can walk in the museum.
No, not in the back. They in the back, buddy.
I've done it several times with somebody who worked in the museum. Oh yeah, this is a guest.
Okay, fine.
That's
You
not
know
a
what?
big deal.
Okay, that's
now
fine.
if it was a government defense building,
No.
then that's something different.
Okay, fine.
That's something different.
Okay, fine. Her getting into him flying the plane in the international into a whole other country, and then them leaving the international country. Like, where does all this happen at, yo? What in the world? Her traveling the world like this overnight and stuff? Come on now, no. And then the whole world, and then I don't accept the ending of the whole world having the ability to make whatever wish you want. Then the wish actually comes true. And then her talking everybody out of the wish. Like, really? You talked the whole world out of getting
what that reminds me? When I saw that, that reminds me of? Like every season finale of Supergirl when she had some speech.
that appeals to everybody in the world. And it hurts it yanks at your heart and everything.
And then everybody goes back.
Like, you can't yank at my heart when I want $1 million. You can't yank. You guys all come. Any wish you want. Yeah, give me $1 million. Yeah. Ain't no way I'm not taking that wish back. I don't care what everybody else with that confidence. I want to have the confidence of Wonder Woman and everything else. Her and then whatever. You're not giving that up. You're not giving that up. I didn't like that. My other cons, I can't think of what my other ones are. It was the acting for. I feel as though they made Pedro Pascal's Maxwell Lord character overact. I feel like they had him overacted. He had too much screen time. He didn't need that much screen time.
I feel like they were trying to go with him the same way that in Birds of Prey they went with Black Mask, but it didn't work.
It didn't. Yeah, that's exactly perfect example. That's how I felt like his character was. It just didn't work for me.
Now, Black Mask worked in that kind of film, but it didn't work in this. Wonder Woman was more a sophisticated kind of film, or at least they should be. Her character is anyway.
Yeah, that's about enough of the cons I can think of right now. I should have wrote. I had a list and I threw that thing to the ground. I was like, I can't take this. I can't take this no more. What you got for the people?
All right, first of all, I didn't like the second opening scene when her as Wonder Woman just felt like an 80s TV show. That one really, I was just sitting there looking. I'm like, you're Amazon.
Cheesy.
Yeah, it did feel so cheesy. And I get it, the 80s are cheesy, but I was born in 80s. I'm not cheesy. So come on, step it up. Be better. You could just do better. I didn't like how I didn't like the visible with that jet thing. I did not like that. I hate it. I was in there going like, y'all just doing this so she can have the invisible jet.
Yep.
I was like, this is totally horseshit. It's totally horseshit.
I feel like Patty knew this was going to be her last movie, and she was like,
she just confirmed for a third.
Give me everything just in case. She was like, just in case. Give me everything there is to know about Wonder Woman, and we'll put it all in there. That everybody complained about the first one.
Yeah.
It was
like, why she can't fly? Where's the jet?
Yeah, where's the jet? Why can't she fly? And everything else. And instead of having somebody else, because they gave Patty Jenkins too much power, in my opinion. They didn't have nobody else to tell her, yeah, Patty, we can't have that up in there. You got to take that out. Yeah, that's not going to roll either. Take that out, too.
I feel like this might have been like the best thing to put on HBO Max, because if I would have took the theaters of this, I would have been upset. And the nachos and cheese wouldn't have made it that much better. But the slushy might have turned it around.
At $15, I would have paid for the day to go to the movies and watch it, so I would have been upset.
All right, so
2 hours.
All right, another con is I didn't like the way she was. I think she was overkill with the lasso. Just a lot of overkill with the lasso. I would have preferred to have her like with a sword at least too with the lasso. You know, get back to her warrior. Like I know her first sword got destroyed, but she had another one in Batman vs Superman.
The problem was she didn't have that kind of villains in this movie.
And that's my next con. So let me get to it. Yeah. My next con, I don't think Maxwell Lord should have been. First of all, I didn't like the MacGuffin of the movie with that wish thing.
Oh.
I was like, Like this is kind of just
You
everything felt so
coulda-
for.
They could have explained more into the gods and everything about that. And the way they explained it, I was like, oh shoot, they about to go into more of this when they randomly met some guy in an ad, who had an ad in a paper who just happened to have an old ancient book. I was like, wow, they're pushing it. And he's telling them everything they need to hear. Okay.
It didn't feel like that great. It didn't feel like the movie we were expecting after watching the first Wonder Woman. Like you see the first Wonder Woman, you look at this, and I'm like, they must have changed directors and writers and stuff because this ain't it.
That's why, they did.
No, they changed. Well, they got rid of the writer.
Yeah, they changed writers.
They didn't change it. They got rid of him. Patty Jenkins wrote it. So,
but
I'm saying like it felt like they changed the whole behind the scene camera.
It was the whole feel of the movie was completely different from the way they did the first one.
I wasn't a big fan of it. I just wasn't
at all. Okay, that's my thing. If they had gone into the more of a let's make this an adventure kind of thing, and she went on an adventure and found like the more history of the artifact and everything behind it, like that would have been better. And like she took like Cheetah with her, and then Cheetah developed and became more evil as they were going, and you could see her.
My gosh, brother, you should have been a writer. Like, you should have been in it.
That's what would have made this movie better. And like Pedro, and they kind of did that too, where Pedro was going around the world and making and taking people's wishes. But as they're going around the world, they should have been learning more about the artifact and everything and where he got his powers from, as opposed to just chasing them. That's what it would have made the movie better.
I would have loved for Cheetah to be there and then gradually
and like more history of the old gods and the other gods that they said that the gods and were mischievous and they had this out here and there was artifacts that they imbued with this and everything. If you went into more of that, okay.
And then have her like secretly, like I want to be more like Wonder Woman, and then have that final fight. Oh my god, that would have been better.
That would have been way better.
Yeah. Yeah, like, kind of just fixed the movie. Good job, man. Good job.
There you go. Yeah. All right, so they would have been. He would have knocked out 30 minutes. Pedro's character would have been better. They're both like somewhat. Not really archaeologists, but they work in a museum.
Because remember, in the comics they started out as friends, and then they kind of shifted. This would have been perfect for that.
This is what they technically, they kind of tried to do that in this, where they're like, I just met her. Oh my God, you're my idol, you're my friend, and all that. But yeah, it didn't work. They made her. They look at her. Her character is just like no confidence at all. Like I'm dropping my papers as I walk down the hall, and everybody's ignoring me. Nobody knows I'm here. I was like, I see where they're going with this. This is clear as day.
Right, but I didn't have a problem with that. That was the best part of the whole movie. Everything else surrounding that was
But it kind of went through the theme. Like everything else about the movie was like stayed at that level of cheesiness.
I know, and that was the problem. I said that was it never took the next step.
Yeah,
it never took the next step, and when it never take the next step, like every movie should gradually get better as the movie going on. So you ended up like, it might have started. The only movie I could really think of that started at a 9 and ended at a 9. Yeah, you're gonna hate me for this. It's probably Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
All right, so we're gonna talk about the key moments. What moment were you thought? What moment where you were like, "Yo, this right here is the part of the movie where everything's about to change."
When they were in the, so my key moment was right at when Kristen Wiig's character Cheetah walked in and stopped Wonder Woman from obtaining Maxwell Lord.
Like White House scene.
Yes, at the White House.
I agree. So
I was like, when she walked in, she said, "My wish was to be more like you, and I got more than I bargained for, and I like it." And then she was giving it to her. I was like, first of all, I don't know where you learned to fight like this, but I'm gonna overlook that. I'm gonna just overlook your fight. The fact that you're taking on a warrior princess who's been training since damn near she was 3, and you just got this powers like a few weeks ago, and you giving her.
I think that was all part of the wish, though.
And you know what? That's why I overlooked it. But it still looked amazing. She was fighting better than Wonder Woman was.
Her confidence was here.
I mean, that one was at a sky. I was like, yo. And then she looked cool with the eyeshadow and the outfit she put. I'm like, this is the 80s to talk about. This is fly.
Wardrobe, costume, people.
Oh my gosh, this is legit.
Y'all changed your look and everything. Got rid of glasses and everything.
I know. I was like, this is it.
Less smiling. It was yeah.
Swagger was on a whole nother level.
Was it?
It was like,
was it?
Like
confidence 1000.
It's like when a nerd finally hits a girl and he finally had sex for the first time. He walking with a new, like those over. He walking with a new jacket he never had before. Got a little swag, giving girls the wink and stuff.
The 80s look, the collars up and everything.
Yeah, walking by, giving girls, hey.
Yeah.
That's the swag she walked in with.
You know what it is? It's that. It's you know how girls have the walk of shame, but guys don't have a walk of shame. Guys just walk out like
I did it.
I did it. That's what it's like. Guys walk out. I'll do bad. I did it. That's what she looked like. That's what she looked like.
She had this swag, and that was the key moment for me.
That was the key. That was
it. After that, I was like, okay. I was like, that's when it stepped up a little bit, and then it flew back down. But it stepped up. I hated the gold thing. Going back to the thing, I hated the way she explained it, the golden armor. Like somebody who just gave up their life, a warrior princess, and then we on. I was like, y'all can't do better than this? Like, y'all couldn't find a better way. You couldn't think. You had a year. You couldn't say, oh, we just thought of something better. We need to rework it. You had the time.
She felt as though, like I said, Patty Jenkins didn't have nobody in there to tell her, yo, this ain't gonna work, yo. We need to tighten this up.
What about the test audiences and stuff? Come on.
Yeah, I don't trust test audiences.
You should.
I don't trust them. Did they really have one though? We were in the middle of a pandemic. Did they have a test audience?
Right. They test audience months. They started. Remember, the movie was done before the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
So they had test audience before that gets to that point, so they can rework the movie.
I can't tell on this one.
So
I can't tell on this one because it was 2 hours and 30 minutes. That was 2 hours and 30 minutes too long. That's all I know.
Okay.
So anything, I agree with him. I'm the same way. That was a key moment for me. So what are your major changes that you would have? I already told my major change. Y'all already heard earlier the how they should knock out.
The whole plot?
Yeah, the whole plot. That's my key change. The changes I would make.
Okay. For me, number one, I would change the plot of I would change the whole MacGuffin. It wouldn't be the stone. Okay? That's number one. I would get rid of Maxwell Lord's character in general. Okay, we just don't need that whole thing. We don't need it. We just that whole everything would have to do with Maxwell Lord and the plot. Toss it out. Just scrap that. Put it in the ball. Say, hey, yo, we messed up on that. Sorry, that's not it. I would change that out. Bada bing, bada boom. The action scenes, like when they were with the tank and you just see her running, you look at her face and you see stuff behind her, change all that shit. Let's see the running. All right, that was total trash. All the action scenes, pretty much, step it up. That's a change I would make. If you were going to give me this bad plot, at least make the action on a 10. The action was a 3.
Give me the same type of action scenes from the first one then? Is that what you're saying?
No. Give me a Zack Snyder version, a Zack Snyder action scene.
We need different.
A Russo brother action scene.
Yeah, we need. Yeah,
if you're gonna give me a plot like this, the action scene's got to be at least Infinity War level, at bare minimum.
Well, then she would need at least like an army of people to actually.
No. Not talking about the last. If I'm talking about just how they Infinity War had different little fight scenes in between before the big one.
Okay.
Something like that. Like, oh, yeah, this is a good fight scene. I didn't get any of that. I didn't get this is a good fight scene from this movie. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. You want at least like the Iron Man, Doctor Strange one, and Spider-Man pops up out of nowhere kind of scene, or you talking the?
I'm talking I'm talking something like that. I'm talking when Black Widow and not Black Widow, Scarlet Witch and Vision fighting. Midnight, something like that.
Proxima Midnight.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Oh yeah, that was.
Oh, you give me some too.
But those were like that's the problem. She didn't have warriors in there.
Fine it. I said throw a lot of the plot out, brother. Give me a better villain. Did I not? Did I not say that?
You got to give people suggestions for a better villain then.
Okay.
Since you got rid of Maxwell Lord, there's got to be a main villain because Cheetah obviously can't hold it down by herself.
I think Cheetah could be a main villain, but you could have gave me somebody like Vandal Savage.
He's too big for this.
No.
I'm sorry, he's too
No.
big.
You wanna know I say Vandal Savage? He's not that.
Yes, he is. He's Justice League
No,
level.
yeah, but you can't kill him. Give him.
That's why I'm saying he's Justice League
All
level.
right, are you gonna let me finish?
Go ahead.
Are you gonna let me finish?
You're right.
Okay, so what I'm saying is with the Vandal Savage, have him start out a bigger picture. First of all, we need to redo we need to structure the whole DCEU. I think they're gonna do that with Flashpoint, but that's in our next video. Stay tuned. But have Wonder Woman 84 be where she, just like the first Wonder Woman, she's talking to somebody, she's going back to like, oh yo, we had this problem. I dealt with somebody like this before, and we go back and see that she was chasing around Vandal Savage with Cheetah, and Cheetah was gaining more knowledge and wanted to be more like Wonder Woman, and at the end, and still trying to chase Vandal Savage after some artifact that was going to give him a little too much power, something like that. And then you fight Vandal Savage, he gets away, but it's a good fight. It's a good fight. Didn't have Vandal Savage pull off, and then that leads you to another movie in the DCU, like a Justice League movie.
Wow. Okay. That is all right, sir. I accept that one. That is pretty damn good. You need to pitch that one to him. That'd be great for Justice League. You have your main. That's that Thanos type right
Yes.
there. Yes. That's that Thanos.
Yes,
type.
it is.
I like that. I like that one a lot. Okay, I'm glad I got quiet. I knew his brains was thinking. He was like, oh. I was like, let it happen. Let it happen. There you go. Oh yeah. He got the good stuff right there. So let's rate it. Scale of 1 to 10.
I don't want to do this.
Okay, I'll start this off. I'm fine. I'll start us off. It was like a 6.5 for me. Maybe a 7. But for real, that joint was a 6.5. It's rewatchable, but it's rewatchable in the sense that you're still going to skip to scenes. You're going to skip scenes because they had too much dialogue that wasn't necessary. It had so much unnecessary dialogue that it was like, yeah, this is about nothing. Oh, this is a scene where Maxwell Lord's just going crazy. Don't need that. Oh, this is a scene where it's about nothingness again. Oh, it's had too many pointless scenes in there for me that overall didn't have anything to do with the story for me. So for me, and the action was not good for who the character is. Wonder Woman is a warrior. The action was not up to par. And the acting hurt. It hurt because of that. It hurt because the over talking, too much screen time, and it's like she just had to fill in the void. She was like, nah, we gotta give them this, give them that. We want an invisible jet. We gotta explain how she fly. We gotta explain how we're bringing Trevor back, even though we shouldn't have brought Trevor back in the first place. We should. Yeah, that's the other thing I would have changed. I would have never brought Trevor back. No, and I wouldn't have made it in the 80s either. That's a definitely no. You did not have to make this in the 80s whatsoever.
Early 2000s, late 90s.
That's right after Justice League, if anything. I wouldn't even. It wouldn't bother me at all. It wouldn't bother me at all. That's why I gave it 6.5. I could be talked into a 7, but I'm gonna stick with 6.5 for me. That joint was just. It was. Yeah. Okay.
It's my turn.
Yeah. Are you ready?
So yeah. I'm gonna give it a 6. The only way I can rewatch this one, I mean, I can rewatch it, but the best way to rewatch it is most likely if it come on like TNT or something like that. You're like, oh yeah, and you turn it on like, oh, I can watch this while I'm trying to like fold the clothes up or something like that.
And what it was, where it's like background noise and everything, where you're trying.
Yeah, you're watching it, like
yeah. But are you really watching it? You're just listening. You're like, oh, I know what scene it's on.
Yeah, I mean,
keep on doing house chores.
I mean, like, oh yeah, it's on. It's not one of the joints where I'm about to sneak off on break, watch 30 minutes here because it's fire.
It doesn't get your attention.
It's like it's just on. Like it's really watching me more if I'm watching it. That's how it feels.
Go into details. What about that movie gave you a 6? Tell me the improvement parts.
It can improve on, like I said earlier, just throw Maxwell Lord out. Just throw all that out. I think it was overacting. I think it was poorly done. I didn't like anything. I just didn't like anything about that.
What about the special effects?
Oh gosh, it felt like the special effects were from from the technology in the 80s. It really did. It really did. I was sitting there like, all right, how does the opening scene with her as a kid riding a horse shooting arrows look better than she's a full-grown adult fighting? And he's looking so upsetting, he knocked the Star Wars back.
Star Wars, come back. Mandalorian was great.
I guess I didn't watch it. But neither here nor there. I really didn't like the special effects. Like when her, like the tank scene when she was jumping up, kind of floating, I'm like, yeah. Because when I saw it in the trailer, right, I looked at it in the trailer, like, okay, they're showing me this, but it's got to be better in the movie. And then when I looked at the movie, I'm like, oh my gosh, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work, man.
It's funny because the trailers always mislead you and everything. You saw the amount of different action scenes she had in the trailer. You're like, oh, she's fighting in the mall. Oh, she's like in the desert or something. Oh, she's in a plane with Trevor and there's fireworks going off. Oh, I can't wait for all this to get explained. And then once it all gets explained, you're like, yeah, all that was not necessary. Like this just
see, we like when they had the behind the scenes joints that people were leaking online. You see her running through DC. Like, oh yeah, she's running through a crowd. Oh, yeah, it's about to get lit. And I'm like,
and she threw the lasso into nothingness. And was that scene with her the lassoing the lightning even in the movie from the trailer?
I think so, yeah. It was. I can't remember where. She was controlling, yeah, because she was swinging. Because she still wasn't flying.
Exactly.
But she was Batmaning it. Which, again, I didn't like the lasso thing either. It's just a 6 for me. It's so much could have been better. Daniel Wade, the plot he had was better. The plot I had was better.
The plot he had was better too. The plot you had was pretty dang good. Yeah, because when you said Vandal Savage, I was like, he is way too big for this movie. But the way you explained it, that could work. Yeah, that could work. They need to use that for like a Justice League movie and everything. The main villain, he's in there, but he's really still behind the scenes pushing everything.
It could have just been so much better. Oh gosh, but hey,
2-hour movie. That was a 2-hour movie.
It is what it is. Move forward. Hopefully the next DC movie can bounce back. What is the next one? Suicide Squad. Yeah, the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some hope there. There's some hope.
And they went a whole different direction with that one. This ain't the same director like Wonder Woman had. It's a whole different director.
It's a whole different everything.
Whole different everything. Yeah.
Everything.
The look of that is going to be complete. It's not going to be as dark as the first.
It's going to be so much. I think it's going to be so much better.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But yeah, so
that's our Wonder Woman 1984 review. Do we recommend you watch the movie?
If you have HBO Max, go watch the movie because you're already paying for it. You got to watch the movie.
You're already.
You got to watch the movie.
But if you're
going to the movie theaters, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time or your safety.
God no.
Don't waste your time or your safety. This ain't it. This ain't the one you waste your safety for.
Please no. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's all I can say. Don't do it.
Just don't do it.
This movie was. Yo. For how excited I was. Y'all did a good job. Y'all got me in. You reeled me in.
When they made that announcement, one was going to be HBO. We're like, oh, we can't wait.
You reeled me in real good, people. I'll give you guys credit. That was good hype. Good hype.
If you're going to do it, you got to do it right.
They did. 100%. But no, it's a 6. It's basically a 6 point. As a collection, we will put this movie as a 6.2. As a collection.
I don't know if I can
individually a 6, 6.5. Take that as you will. Watch it at your own discretion. I say, if you really have nothing else to do, sure. And you're not paying for it, sure. Other than that, keep living life, people. Keep living life. We'll see you guys next time. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Check us out. Hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend. Hit that notification for when our next video drops. Have a happy 2021. Do what you want to do. We'll see you next time.
Deuces.
Yeah. We in the club, we partying. We in the club, we partying. Yeah. How much ice you got? I don't know.
Get it,
None.
all this man.
I cannot miss like I am the ace. Electrocute you, then I leave you with aftershock. Getting angry, then I turn her Incredible Hulk. Buy it in bulk, chop it down like you one of them stars.